Normally, we derive this from sugar cane and sugar beet, right?
Yes.
So sugar is an inevitable carbohydrate food, which is a very sensitive stuff. 40%, if you take all the Indian sweets, like your milk sweets and your dry fruit sweets, which are made with sugar,
Yes.
40% should be the sugar. They go up to, some people go up to 50%, some people go up to 60%. Not artificial, chemical based.
Okay.
Whatever you call it. You can call it artificial or chemical based. You have one largely used one is potassium sorbate, calcium permanganate, sodium benzoate.
There is an English saying, sugar and spice is nice. No, it is not always. The ingredients that we use for food on a daily basis, it lacks natural taste and flavor. A lot of sugar, spices, and artificial flavors are added to make it edible and tasty. These artificial flavors are why packet of chips is hard to put down. Remember, no one can eat just one. Yes, this is the main reason we are seeing so many people facing health issues like obesity and diabetes. Welcome to Dr. C.K.Nandagopalan's YouTube channel. I'm your host, Susan. Welcome, Doctor.
Welcome to you, Susan.
Doctor, as we discussed in the last episode about the harmful chemicals that they are using while harvesting or while doing agriculture, now since they have used so many chemicals, the nutrition have reduced a lot, I should say. So instead, we are using lots of sugar, spices, and artificial flavors. Please tell us about that and the side effect it causes on human body, doctor.
No, you want to talk about the processed food, or you want to talk about the role of sugar, spices, and flavors?
Yes, the role of sugar, spices, and
sugar is a disaccharide carbohydrate, which is one glucose and one fructose. Normally, we derive this from sugar cane and sugar beet, right?
Yes.
So sugar is an inevitable carbohydrate food, which is a very sensitive stuff, which is a part of daily life, whether you like it or not. You may today stop tea and coffee, but in some form or the other, you are having sugar.
Yes.
If you take a bread or a bun, 3% of that dough is sugar.
Oh.
You take a ketchup, it is 300 grams per kilo of ketchup is sugar.
Wow.
If you take a jam, 50%, that is 1 kg of jam is 500 grams of fruit pulp and 500 grams of sugar. Even if you take green chili sauce and red chili sauce, there are 250 to 300 grams of sugar in every kilo.
Okay.
So biscuits, it keeps going. So in some form or the other, sugar is coming in. Now we'll understand what is sugar. Sugar is a disaccharide carbohydrate, glucose from fructose, which is called sucrose, which more becomes a binding material.
Okay.
It binds everything. When you're making bread, when you're making bun, when you're making biscuits, there are so many components are there other than sugar.
Yes.
Sugar binds all the components together.
Okay.
So you're inevitable to use sugar. Right?
Yeah.
Let us not go to sweets and all that. That is a different issue altogether. In a sweet, always if you take 40%, if you take all the Indian sweets, like your milk sweets and your dry fruit sweets, and which are all made with sugar.
Yes.
40% should be the sugar. They go up to some people go up to 50%, some people go up to 60%.
Oh my God. Okay.
Here economics play, profitability play. See, suppose I am selling a particular sweet at the rate of 800 INR per kg.
Okay.
If suppose I am using 50% sugar, so 50% sugar is 40 rupees a kg is only 20 rupees. So 400 rupees for which I am only spending 20 rupees. Forget the logistics, all those things, other overheads and all that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you the raw of this thing. Okay?
Okay.
Now, this is where they play the role. So they go up to even 60%. So sugar becomes excessive. So excessive sugar is not good for us. If you take, fruit juice,
Yeah.
ready-made fruit juice where you just open the pack and, pour it and drink. And aerated waters and all, they are all excessive of sugar. And sugar also as a preservative. In preservation, preservatives, right?
Yes.
So there are two things. Classified 1 and classified 2.
What is that, doctor?
Natural preservative is classified 1.
Okay.
Natural preservatives are sugar and salt.
Okay.
70%, up to 70% or little above, becomes a preservative, sugar.
I didn't get
I'll
that.
tell you
doctor.
what it is.
Yes.
You take a lychee can, you take a pineapple cut slices,
Okay.
you know, all those fruits, cut fruits.
Okay.
They are soaked in sugar solution.
Yes.
They become preservative. You take your rasgulla,
Okay.
it's a preservative, 70% and beyond that solution is sugar. You take your jamuns, gulab jamun and all that,
Okay.
come in canned, tin. It's restricted. Only for some a little bit of fruits and kind of few sweets, which
Okay.
is basically protected with sugar solution.
Okay.
You cannot use that for so many other things, right?
Yeah.
It becomes a restriction. The other one is salt. Up to 30% salt becomes preservative.
Okay.
Your pickles
Pickles. Okay.
and then your protected meats.
Meat. Okay.
Yeah, and then your dry fish.
Okay.
So it's restricted again. 30% beyond salt, you cannot take it upon to other foods. Then comes to classified 2. They are all chemical-based preservatives.
Artificial preservatives.
Not artificial, chemical-based.
Okay, okay.
Whatever you call it. You can call it artificial or chemical-based. You have one largely used one is potassium sorbate, calcium permanganate, and sodium benzoate. All that kind of thing. It goes on, but they have regulations for it.
Okay.
0.2% more than that, this chemical should not be used. Up to 0.05% only this chemical can be used. Up to 0.1% only this chemical can be used. They've given an order there for using these preservatives. When it comes to the question of spices is one which add flavors.
Yeah.
We cannot use spices as preservative. Spices is one which adds flavor.
Yeah. So my thing was, because the nutrition value and the taste of the food has been decreased because of all the chemicals that are used during the agriculture process, are they using more spices and these artificial flavors to enhance the food?
That is different. Spices is something different. Like if you make our traditional laddu, they add a few cardamom, right?
Yeah.
So élakai. So they add cloves. Spices and condiments are different. Now you come to the question of flavoring.
Yeah.
Right. Flavorings are normally used in the whole episode of this food to human. It should be cooked and eaten now.
Okay.
Simple. Cook fresh food and eat. That's what we do at home.
Yes.
Now the whole world scenario is totally different ever since the millennium has started. Huge revolution has come in the food industry.
Yes.
And the amount of machines coming up, a machine which can make 6,000 samosa per hour. Can you believe it?
Yes.
A machine which can make our vadas,
Yeah.
6 to 8,000 per hour. You give the batter, it will make the size, it will fry it in oil and it will give it out. You give the input, it can, make the size, it can, cook it, and then, the rasagullas will be coming out. Jamuns will be coming out. You have the dough machine, you make the dough for puri, and then you put it in the machine. The Golden Temple in Amritsar,
Yes.
per hour, the machine makes 25,000 puris. That is the number one machine in India. These are all machines coming from America.
Yeah.
Normal machines from America comes, it makes 6 to 8,000 chapatis per hour, 8 to 10,000 puris per hour. We have our traditional idiyappam.
Yeah.
That's made out of machines today. They're all, machinized. At that time, they add a little preservative for the shelf life. Preservatives are normally added for what? Shelf
For
life. When it comes to the question of flavoring, I want my product to sell well. So what happens? Even domesticated flavorings have come. I don't want to name it. It is available in all your supermarkets. Suppose you make a fantastic chicken gravy, for example. You are too good in that. If Susan makes the chicken gravy, it will be awesome. You just put quarter spoon of that flavoring. It will be tasting much higher.
Okay.
So when it comes to the question of classified preservatives 1 and 2, one is natural sugar and salt, the other one is 85 types of chemicals are there. The other one is, when you come to the question of this sugar and salt, they are highly restricted. When it comes to the question of flavoring and food seasoning, which is also been there. There are two things. One is food seasoning, one is food flavoring. All these things are there. When it comes to the question of artificial stuff, they can make every juice. They can with artificially they can make a beautiful lychee juice, a mango juice, a lemon juice, all that kind of thing, a pomegranate, anything, the guava juice, everything they can make now. We don't need the fruits.
Okay.
Okay, this palm oil is one of the oil which is an odorless oil, edible oil.
Okay.
Using this palm oil, there's a company whom I know in India, okay, using certain fat component, they make fantastic white butter.
Oh my God.
And that is being bought over by all giants in bulk. Okay, guess what? That butter, if I have to keep it in front of you, and I'm going to keep the cow butter in front of the original cow butter in front of you, and if I'm going to ask you, Susan, tell me which is the best one, you will say the one which is made out of palm oil. And that is being used by the food industry left, right, and center. And when you ask them what they say that enough of production we are not getting the right quantity we want because we need them on a daily basis so much of quantity. So these are all crazy stuffs which are going on.
Oh my God.
And nobody can stop it. It is going to go more and more and more and more and more because people are working continuously to find out more and more and more and more of shortcut methods. So we stand in a position where it is always better for us to eat fresh cooked food at home, avoid processing food, all those chips and all those snacks which are packed with nitrogen and all that stuff. They are cooked some time back. They are fried some time back, right?
Yes.
It is coming to you maybe after a month. And that's not going to be a good food for you. And these are things are very tasty as you keep eating, you don't stop. You keep eating, you keep munching, you keep eating, you like it always, you pick up, an addiction towards it. And that kind of a thing which, make you keep eating as you while around or while you're doing your work or while you're, watching some sports or news and this and that and whatnot, which is going to lead to your obesity. So we are in a position now that you have to use your proper senses and your common thinking, and then you must decide where am I going to eat, what am I going to eat, what am I going to avoid by looking into all these things. And you have to study for yourself. Where do I stand? What should protect my health? And which food I should select? Now it is time for every one of us to think on those lines and protect ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Be cautious in what you put in your mouth is what doctor has ended this episode. We are ending this episode with that note. If you have any medical questions, please comment below. Like, subscribe and share to the ones you care. Love you all.